Hey guys, what's up? I just want to do a little update about my journey to the stage. I'm about little under 5 weeks out now. So it's like basically 4.5 weeks. And I was gonna do a physique update, but I honestly just was not feeling it. I don't know what it has been about this week, but it's just been kind of like a blah week emotionally and physically. I've been pretty low energy and it's affected my workouts, so I'm just feeling a little bit off, I guess. I wanted my next physique update to be in this teeny tiny little man bikini, and I really was not wanting to do that, so you're gonna have to wait for next week for that one, so stay tuned. I wanted to also talk about like why my telephone is ringing right now, because that's awesome. So one thing I wanted to talk about was my past involving fitness. So once upon a time, I went to school to be a personal trainer, and that schooling got me this certificate right here, nutrition and fitness trainer, and it's basically the equivalent to like an ACE certification. Like I should have gotten my certificate from this program and been able to go take the ACE test and pass it. However, I never took the ACE test because it cost money. So I was like nervous that I wouldn't pass it and spend like $200 on this certification test and then not get certified. So I never really completed that process, but I did get a job as a personal trainer at a fitness studio here in, well, close to home. It was in Lincoln, California, and I didn't cut it, and I stopped wanting to be a personal trainer because I was embarrassed because I thought I'd failed. And I don't necessarily know that I failed as a personal trainer. I just felt so uncomfortable in my skin that the anxiety just overcame me. Every time I went to go into that studio to train people, I felt like I was gonna throw up. And somehow I still did it for like 3 months or so. But eventually I ended up quitting because it was just too much. The anxiety was too much for me. And I think the difference between then and now is that fitness is kind of centered around body, and as a trainer I felt like the spotlight was on me and I was really uncomfortable inside of my body, even though I was a pretty fit person. But I remember most of the anxiety came from me feeling not feminine enough and being worried about wearing feminine fitness clothes, which are kind of tight, not necessarily revealing. I never wore anything revealing, but definitely tighter or shorter, and I felt just very uncomfortable. And so to feel uncomfortable and be in social situations, training people, not feeling confident, being new at it, it was too much for me. But I've never had something kind of come full circle to where fitness was always a passion of mine, and I feel like it deserves a second chance in my life. So on that note, I would like to possibly work towards actually getting my certification. I do still have this certification from my college, but I think I would like to give it another chance in personal training, whether it's online coaching or getting a job at a gym. However, I do know that the hours are kind of weird and crazy, but it's just been something that's on my mind because in the current job that I'm at, it's just been I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for a change because I've been at the job that I'm at for 3 years now, and I feel like it's kind of, you're not at a lot of things for 3-4 years. It's like every grade that you've ever been in, it's like 4 years you graduated, so I'm like ready to graduate from my current job. And I think I need a break from food right now, which I never thought I would think, because food is one of my passions. But when it gets to that point where you're dreading work and you want nothing to do with cooking, and it just kind of steals the joy from something you were passionate about, that just means that it's time to take a break. And I am very aware that it could be the same thing for fitness. I think that you go through seasons and you get burned out and you need to feel refreshed, and I feel like I need to take a step back from food in order for me to miss it. I really want to miss cooking. I've turned down some meal prep gigs just because I just felt like it would exhaust me, because I'm cooking all day, every day, and to do it on my days off. And I don't like doing that because past me wouldn't have done that. Past me would have been stoked about that. But now I'm burned out me. So I just want to talk about my future goals, and I'm hoping to move into personal training, online coaching, working in a gym, something along those sorts. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and hopefully I can get there. I also wanted to talk a little bit about emotionally where I'm at with the training and struggling with an eating disorder in my past. And what I've noticed is, in a way, this is really healing, and in a way, I've noticed some similarities in the way that there's like this disordered eating where you're weighing everything out and it's very controlled and you can't eat any more of this or any more of this. But it's healing in the way that I've always had restrictions on the way of eating. I went from being a vegetarian straight into eating like paleo, which, as you know, is very restrictive. You can't eat grains, legumes, sugar, and dairy. So there was always a can't food in my vocabulary. It's like, oh, I can't eat that, I can't eat that. And although I do still stay within a whole foods kind of eating, I've branched out to not focusing on being so dogmatic about what I eat, and more just about eating a variety of foods and not stressing about it. And I think that's been the healing part for me. I no longer have this mindset of I can't eat that because I'm a vegetarian or because I eat paleo. I do think that obviously if something is bothering you because you have an allergy or a sensitivity, that you should stay away from it. But I know that dairy and gluten tend to bother me, so I do still steer away from those things. But I don't stick to it religiously. I'm not so dogmatic about things, and that feels really good. So those are my thoughts. Pretty boring. Sorry for this not so awesome weekly update. But yeah, I will see you guys next week in my teeny man bikini, and I hope you guys have a good week. Peace out.